As if to say they are talking to idiots. And once you say, Alaye, what's it? You mad, you dey share EFCC. I say, hell yeah, arrest him. We know that this is your question before. It's not because you wanted to see Yaya Bello arrested. It's just because you wanted to insult us. How dare you insult the chairman of EFCC? Talking about fooling. Remember when the Ronukus, when they were begging the South Africans, the xenophobic South Africans, that the people that they should focus on should be the Igbos and leave the Yorubas out of it. Now, there is something in South Africa called Dudula. Dudula, or I don't know how they pronounce it. It's spelled as a Dudula movement. Baba, you see these guys, they are those who, they are like South Africans in the poorest part of South Africa. Because normal, right? The black South Africans are considered to be the poorest Africans. Unfortunately, their white economy covered it up, okay? But yes, you remember when the Ronukus were telling the South Africans that on this Shidimas issue, that they should focus on Igbos. The Igbos are the ones doing this, they are the ones doing that, right? Now, you see, in South Africa, right, like I said, they have this Dudula movement. This is like a vigilante group where all these South Africans come together, okay? And they form a vigilante that goes after foreigners, not just Nigerians, okay? Foreigners generally, whether it is Pakistanis, Indians, and all of them, just go after them. And according to them, they blame foreigners, okay, for, as usual. They blame some Africans for drug dealing, fraud, this or that. They blame other foreigners for trying to monopolize their corner shop. Baba, corner shop. I'm still going somewhere with this, but I'm just giving you this background, okay? Corner shop. They have a name for it in South Africa. The same corner shop that you have in Nigeria, where you have a malam. As this corner shop next to a building or this, right? Selling all the basic things like milk, sugar, toiletries, and stuffs like that, right? But South Africans are mad that some Pakistanis, some other foreigners, Nigerians, and others, they are opening this. They have a name for it. See, if you are watching me from South Africa, tell me, what is the name you call your corner shops in South Africa? Please. Posa or something, I can't remember. Right? So you see this Dudula, if they feel like foreigners are today, they want to go after all foreigners who are living in their houses there, they will begin to go from house to house. Okay? Whether you are legit or you are not legit, they don't give a damn. So they will come for you. They will drag you out of your house. They will loot your properties. Then they will drag you out. You will be lucky if they don't kill you. But you see, the Dudula guys will arrest you and keep you until the government is ready to deport you. So it's like a vigilante way of making these poorest, impoverished, disadvantaged, marginalized black South Africans. So they are their police. Okay? So they are the type that once they come to a community and they are coming for foreigners' shops, buy your shop, people where they sell to, they are mad that why is it you? That you are the one selling them milk, sugar, and all of that. How come South Africans who are selling those things, how come they are not being patronized more? Sort of like the reason why people are not patronizing South Africans who are selling this same thing, right? Was because of you foreigners. You come here, you take over everywhere. You pretend then they are the one. Or you do drug. No. It's pretty much like this economic imbalance, right? No, they have a local name for it in areas like Soweto. I'm not saying talk shop. Somebody said, talk shops. No, we call it corner shops in the UK. They call it corner shop in South Africa too, but they have a local name for it. If you go to Soweto, if you go to all this shanties like areas, right? Anyway, in those areas, you have Nigerians, you have other foreigners, as they call them, doing businesses there. So whenever there is going to be a Dudula Day going after these businesses, the South African businesses in that same line, they will be shot, untouched. And the looting, the destruction, including the killings, will be unleashed on any foreigner inside. These are shops that are in the community. You know them. This guy is a Nigerian. That one is this or that. Abi? But I have told this Ronukus, I did say it to the Ronukus that, listen, you can continue to do your tribal bigotry or ethnic championships in Nigeria. Okay? But here is something. Outside Nigeria, nobody cares whether you are Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, from the east, from the west, from this or that. Nobody really cares. Maybe only few. They don't really care per se. Except when you begin to explain yourself. I am from this, I am from that. But that's not the point. To them, you are a Nigerian. And if they have this animosity towards Nigerian, it doesn't matter if you have not done anything. I've not done anything wrong to anybody. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to share in the hatred that God knows other countries are for Nigerians. But if I now begin to say, oh, now the Yorubas, they cause them. Now the Igbos, they cause them. Now the Fulanis, they cause them. I'm just making a fool of myself. It's like making fool of yourself in public. These guys don't even care who is who. Their animosity is towards foreigners. Nigerians, they hate them with passion. Great. So why are you trying to placate them? When they go for the foreigners, they don't look and say, are you Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba? No, I am Igbo, I am Igbo. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm Yoruba, Yeah, grab him. No. They're coming for you. These are people who are ordinarily jealous. The fact that, how dare you come around and just, they say you are lording it over them. But these guys are warning property owners. Property owners, these 4%ers. They are warning property owners not to give their properties to foreigners. They said the problem is not all these people that are selling all these things to our people. The problem is, the people who are giving them the property. So this is how deep it is. So, and then the Adeyinka Grandiots had to make a video and say, you told them to attack, face the Igbos. They can't realize, say, this guys no get Igbo or Yoruba sort of Google lens to watch you. Everybody go collect his stuff. So you can't yet see they don't burn Yoruba properties in South Africa. I'll go make video. Have you seen this?
Let me use this opportunity to speak to the people of South Africa. During the course of my interview, I was made to know.
See, Ronu and xenophobic South Africa, Ronu SA and Ronu Eko. So they are communicating. So Ronu of Nigeria is speaking directly to the Ronu of South Africa, still foolishly repeating the same rhetoric that the same rhetoric that his own supporters they were pushing in the private chat of the South Africans. Face the Igbos, all of them. Chase them out of your country. They can't yet say more. They know they burn Yoruba and everybody's property. So Ronu Naija won't advise Ronu Southie.
Let me use this opportunity to speak to the people of South Africa. During the course of my interview, I was made to know that South Africa is where they watch my video the most in Africa. They don't even watch my video in Nigeria because majority of people don't have data. But those of you in South Africa, you're watching me, and I've been told that I am like a hero in South Africa. There has been 2 videos that I've watched about Yoruba being attacked in South Africa. Yoruba don't do crimes. We don't do crime in your country. It is the Igbo who are involved in criminal activities in your country. And for a large extent, we have been able to expose to you that there's a huge difference between the Yoruba and Igbo. In South Africa, the Zulu is different from Sesosa. You have the Zulu is different from Afrikaner. You have the differences. That is the same way we have the differences in Nigeria. The Yoruba are the owner of Lagos, not the Igbo. Because another thing that we've been told that is that Igbo in South Africa, they claim that they are from Lagos. They are not from Lagos. So those of you in South Africa, I don't know if you can get to watch me via Instagram. You've been watching a lot of my YouTube videos. But we want to say to you, stop your attack on Yoruba citizen in South Africa. Stop your attacks on Yoruba citizen. You make a lot of wealth from Yoruba space. Any further attack on Yoruba citizen in South Africa, we will take this to your own citizen on the street of Lagos. The Igbo cannot do anything to you. They don't have human capital. They are committing crimes all over the world. So whatever you do to the Igbo in South Africa, it is legitimate because they are constituting nuisance.
Nuisance, Lele.
The other day, he was begging Tifnubu to come and rescue him. That they want to kill me. Please come and deport me to Nigeria. We're to a ticket koloba Tifnubu. 4 years ni were But you know, once a bigot, you are always going to be a bigot. They know they get sense like that. South Africa. I know I am like a hero to you in South Africa. Tamo weary. Tamo weary. That is also like a mental health problem. It's like a mental disorder. You know, they have a name for it. What do you call it again? Personality disorder. Where you kind of see yourself so important that you are so blind at the same time. I am like a hero to you in South Africa. So let me tell you something. Like you have the Zulu and you have this, the Igbos are the South Africans are dealing with Nigerians and other foreigners in their country. It doesn't matter what they are involved in or not. To the point that South Africa can't they teach these Ronukus that they can't they post pictures of the news of the drug dealers in South Africa who are what? Yorubas, who are what? Igbos, who are what? From most part of Nigeria. They are Nigerians dealing in what there, right? They started sharing, said, no, be only you. But there are other Nigerians that are contributing greatly to South Africa. Maybe most of them who don't even live in these areas. Some of them will watch and be like, oh my God, this nonsense now, this shanty area that they do Amjare. I know bond them, made them come closer to so and so. Baba, you know, no say there are areas in South Africa. You won't believe this. So South Africans, they need permission to go there. It's like they need visa. South Africans, it's like they need visa to go to a place in their own country. They don't bond them well. You're mad. You want to enter that area, you carry ID card and a permission, an approved kind of clearance. I don't know the name. See, if you're watching me from South Africa, tell me that name again. She's Sona, I've been like Sona or something. They don't bond them well, make them go there. So there are people who live in this area. So you know what some Nigerians are saying? They say that they're mad. Because most of the things that these black South Africans who are jealous and angry at Nigerians for is because Nigerians with this South Africa, like correct, then they mingle with their own lords. You get what I mean? Like the white people will be their masters, right? Now then, these Nigerians, they mingle with, they run things with, right, in the country. And for real, they believe that everyone who is not a black, South African, and so wealthy in South Africa is involved in a crime. It must be crime. It may not even have papers. But you be South African. That means you don't even need any paper to be successful in your country. How come they don't make you successful in your country? And you are so concerned about people who say they don't get papers or they get papers coming into your country, and you are concerned about whether they have papers or not. You will be South African. You are living in poverty, blaming other people that are not responsible for your own, your poverty. That's the same thing with the Ronukus. They know they get sense. When they support horrible government, they forgot that they are also going to exist in that same society created by these incompetent criminals. They don't think that way. Ronukus just believe that we are Lagos. The way is not even from Yinka Grandiot is not from Lagos. He's originally from somewhere, maybe na Okitipupa, place where they say they don't get electricity. Now they ain't come from. And majority of them like that, who are like Ronukus, hateful, irrelevant few, right? When you look at them, they are mostly from some of these underdeveloped backwater states in Yoruba land. They don't mention their states. So they jump into that Lagos. Lagos. Igbos are buying land in Lagos. There is no get money to buy any land in Lagos in the first place because they are not from Lagos. The ones where we say them be from Lagos don't sell their land. And the ones who have no penny to pay for any land from elsewhere, right? Swimming in that river of their tribal bigotry. We no had any value to anybody. Our people are left in abject poverty. But the hate is what they are feeding on. Is the hatred is what these guys are living off. So you can say be hero for South Africa. Everybody into South Africa, meet your hero. The Inca Grandiots. He approved that they should attack all business that are not Yorubas. Can you even imagine that? The same thing is said to the Ronukus, the latrine dwellers, the sewage dwellers, right? That are scattered all over the place, okay? The same thing he told them that got him 4 years in jail. I just about was it last month? He made a video. They want to kill me because I am fighting for Yoruba. I am fighting for the Igbos are plotting with the MI6 to kill me. I am appealing to President Tifnumbu. Please take me to Nigeria before these people kill me. Sheyi Lord don't get appointment from Ondo State Governor. Yinka, Ojalo gba appointment. Olojoko ti won Nigeria mbe. It go pay you well. Or better still, you need a mental check. That's exactly what it is like for the Ronukus. They are hating the wrong people. That's the point. You are hating wrong people. The people that are anti-Yoruba, the people that deliberately kept our people inside Nigeria to be punished with this level of poverty. They are your APC, Egbekegbe leaders. You've seen them. So they should be the one you should be hating. All right? No, they go about and be like, because as for South Africans who have their hands and their eyes on the businesses of the Nigerians and others, you need to ask, what did people do to them? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Chidima said Chidima is South African, never identified as a Nigerian. She wanted to be a South African, right? Then they came for her so hard, enough that the Ronuku started defending this, supporting the South African, because according to them, the Chidima in that name makes her Igbo. And since she's Igbo, it suits their narrative to say, now so that they do. They will come to a place and they would want to take it over. Meanwhile, she was born a South African. Come on. Right? Okay. They were not satisfied. They forgot the additional in the name. That's how blind they are. That's how blind hatred can make you. You will be so blind. So blind. That you won't even see the additional. Now, this is between South Africans and themselves. That to the point that the South Africans are already planning to loot shops, Nigerian shops, and further foreigners who are not even Nigerians, loot their shops in anger if Shindima additional becomes their Miss South Africa. They were putting it on social media. Ronukus went there and said, yes, do it. Because according to them, now the Igbos, they do business in these places. Oh, they can't realize, there are Yorubas here too. Wait. Wait. South Africans, wait. Don't burn every shop. Don't destroy all the businesses, okay? See, please ask them and ask if they are Igbo or Yoruba first before you burn the shop or loot the shop, okay? We have Yorubas. We are not against you. We are not contesting Miss South Africa. We obey come on. The same Olori Brukus. They actually reached out to me that I should help them tell all of you about Yoruba Party UK in Lusham, remember? Yeah, Yoruba Party. I was like, oh, that's great. So you've been signed up. I mean, so you've been registered as a political party in the UK, and it's called Yoruba Party. They were the bigots that are talking about people trying to dominate. They want to dominate. They want to take over things. They always want to. Baba, they said that it was okay in the UK because, yeah, UK is a break up Nigeria, save yourselves, and then you can now go make that law that surrounds your bigotry. You can even become xenophobic South Africans, like xenophobic South Africans. But one thing you have to know is that the xenophobic South Africans are not fighting to preserve anything in South Africa. No. They are fighting, right? In their warped minds, they are fighting to protect the peanuts left for them by their slave masters, the European whites, that controls over 74% of their land, over 80% of the wealth of South Africa, controlled by them. Now, that little one they left for them is what they believe some of you foreigners are coming to take by opening shops that they can't open, by starting businesses that they can't start. Again, So Ronuku in Lagos is also angry that he can't start any business successfully. He can't look for a job or find any successfully. The criminals who told him to hate other people are not creating jobs for them. They are actually making more business and more money from the people they told them to hate on, right? So Ronukus are poor. The xenophobic South Africans are the wretched or the poorest of Africa, no doubt. Now you can see the collaboration. So if you want to be a xenophobic Yoruba, it simply means you are living a wretched life. You are not preserving anything. You are trying to safeguard whatever crumb that you are hoping to get from the land of your own forebearers. Supposedly, the land where your wealth is so buried. You cannot use the wealth for yourself. Other people are using them, giving you crumbs to go and hate on those who have done you nothing. So yeah, you will be the wretched. I'm not saying there won't be Ronukus in Yoruba nation when Yoruba finally has their own, when we finally have our own sovereignty and independence, okay? There will be Ronukus, and that will be for those who choose to be. And I think they will be insignificant, not like these murderous South Africans. The Ronukus of Yoruba land will be the product of the failed system that we are trying to kind of cleanse, the one that want to keep us enslaved this way, right? So the Ronukus of Yoruba land, right? They will be like mutants that we will do our best, as the year rolls by, we'll do our best to kind of end the generation of Ronukus in Yoruba land. But first thing first, right? As a Ronuku listening or watching me right now, listen, we might be on the same side, okay? If you feel like Yoruba land for the Yorubas, that simply means you have to support the idea of a breaking up of Nigeria. And I'm not saying that the breakup that you have put on a suspension for now, since Tifnumbu Kolu is the president. I'm not talking about the one that you have put on hold until 2027, maybe 2031. The moment you no longer have that, your mirage deluded power that you think you do have, right? So once you don't have that anymore, what's going to happen? 2031, Abby, because that's the longest. 2031, you begin Yorubaro, no. Yeah.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. The title of this clip is Tinubu's 2027 Political Ambition. From Wike's open assertion, it is clear that Tinubu is eyeing 2027 position as the president of Nigeria. Tinubu said, after all, in 2027, they are just waiting for swearing-in ceremony. Nobody can beat Tinubu. Many other political miscreants, political jobbers, and hangers-on have been making such a reckless statement. For Tinubu, who has failed woefully currently, and is likely going to continue failing until when God decides when to stop him. It is hallucinatory for him to start thinking, or people around him to start thinking of 2027 success. Thinking of that is an indication that we require some psychiatric intervention immediately. We require some psychiatrists and psychologists and some anthropologists to give us a real definition of such minds, of such people, of such psyches, of such characters and personalities who are thinking of 2027 in the face of monumental failure, on the face of scandalous failure, on the face of unforgiven failure, on the face of failure that qualifies for the Guinness Book of Record. 2027 is a year of defining Nigeria, whether to remain or to disintegrate, especially when people who are desperate for political power to continue milking us are already planning ahead. Hello.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely